What if I told you you're training hard, but feeding your muscles the wrong way? Most people make mistakes before, during, and after their workouts that secretly slow down their progress. Today, you're going to discover the right way to eat to actually grow and stop wasting time. Imagine this. You train 5 times a week, lift heavier every month, take your protein, but the results never show up. Why? You're failing at the most basic thing, nutrition. And I'm not just talking about how many calories you eat. I'm talking about when, how, and what you eat, before, during, and after training. That one detail can be the difference between building muscle or just exhausting yourself with nothing to show for it. I'll explain exactly what you should eat at each of those stages, with real examples, clear strategies, and a plan you can start using tomorrow. And at the end, I'll give you a practical formula that will save you months of trial and error. Your body is like a high-performance engine, but even the best engine is useless without fuel. What you eat before training doesn't just determine whether you'll have energy. It also affects how well you perform, how much weight you move, and most importantly, how much you grow afterward. One of the most common mistakes is eating too close to the workout. Many people think that eating right before training is enough, but that can completely ruin your session. Why? Because digestion competes directly with physical effort. Your body needs blood, water, and energy to digest food. And when you're training, those same resources should be going to your muscles, not your stomach. The result? Less strength, more fatigue, and in some cases, discomfort or even nausea. That's why the ideal window is to eat between 1.5 to 3 hours before training. But it's not just about when, it's also about what and how. Before training, you need 3 things dialed in: your caloric state, your hydration level, and your glycogen stores. Your caloric state refers to whether you're eating more or less than you burn. If you're in a bulking phase and in a caloric surplus, you'll perform better. If you're cutting and eating less than you need, your energy will be lower. That's why it's so important to adjust your pre-workout meal to your goal. Hydration is also critical. You don't need complicated formulas. Just look at the color of your urine. If it's clear, you're good. If it's dark, you're dehydrated. And that alone can reduce your performance by up to 10%. And if you arrive at the gym already dehydrated, chances are you'll feel more tired, dizzy, or simply unable to train with intensity. The third point is the most overlooked: glycogen. Glycogen is how your body stores carbohydrates, mainly in the muscles. It's literally your body's energy battery. If you start training with empty glycogen stores, you'll have less power, less endurance, and worse yet, a lower ability to adapt. A study led by Samuel Impey suggests there's a glycogen threshold between 100 and 300 millimoles per kilogram of muscle. Falling below that level can directly affect strength training adaptations. In other words, you don't just fatigue faster, you also make less progress, even if you train. So, what should you eat before training? If you have enough time, the ideal option is a solid, complete meal about 2 to 3 hours beforehand. For example, brown rice with chicken, some vegetables, and a tablespoon of olive oil. That combination provides sustained energy and stable digestion. But if you're short on time and only have 30 to 45 minutes, you can go for something lighter and faster to digest. A shake with oat cereal or baby cereal, whey isolate, and a bit of coconut oil is an excellent option. It absorbs quickly and won't weigh you down during the workout. Eating before training isn't just about filling your stomach. It's about preparing your body to perform at its best. And if you're training hard but not eating properly beforehand, you're leaving results on the table. This is one of the most ignored and also most misunderstood moments. What should you eat or drink while you train? For many, the answer is simple: water. But if you're truly training with intensity for more than an hour and you're chasing serious results, that's not enough. Intra-workout nutrition is one of the most powerful tools you can use to improve performance and recovery, yet most people don't even think about it. During training, your body enters a state of physical and physiological stress. You lose fluids, electrolytes, and depending on the intensity, you may also start depleting your glycogen stores. This affects not only your energy, but also your nervous system and your ability to stay focused. If you reach the point where you feel thirsty, it's already too late. That signal is a warning. Your performance has already started to drop. And no, hydration isn't just drinking water. Proper hydration includes 3 components: fluids, carbohydrates, and electrolytes. Water alone doesn't replace the salts you lose through sweat, And if you don't replenish sodium and potassium, you'll start feeling muscle fatigue sooner, reduced strength and focus, and even headaches or cramps. That's why, if your workout lasts longer than 60 minutes, especially if it's high intensity, you need an effective intra-workout drink. I'm not talking about commercial sports drinks loaded with sugar and artificial colors. I'm talking about a mix designed to keep your body functioning optimally while you train. The formula? Around 150 to 200 milliliters of fluid every 15 to 20 minutes. And that drink should contain a controlled combination of carbohydrates and electrolytes. Ideally, it should have no more than 60 grams of solutes per liter, so it absorbs well and doesn't cause gastrointestinal discomfort. This is where intra-workout carbohydrates come in. Their role isn't just to give you immediate energy, but to keep your blood glucose levels stable. This is crucial. If blood sugar drops during training, a hormonal response is triggered, including increased cortisol, loss of focus, and a physiological environment that favors muscle breakdown instead of muscle growth. Multiple studies have shown that consuming carbohydrates during prolonged training can increase performance by 2 to 6%. That may sound small, but if you understand training, you know that difference is massive. It's the line between progressing and stalling. On top of that, intra-workout carbs also improve post-workout recovery by reducing inflammation and supporting immune response. Another key factor is sodium. You sweat, you lose salts, and if you don't replace them, your body simply doesn't perform the same. Sodium doesn't just help maintain fluid balance, it's also essential for transporting glucose into the muscle cell. Without sodium, that carbohydrate drink you're sipping might not be doing much at all. And if you're a heavy bodybuilder, over 100 or 110 kilos, this becomes even more critical. Your demands are higher, your wear and tear is greater, and if you want to sustain long training sessions without your system crashing, you need an intra-workout setup tailored to you. Fast-digesting carbs like dextrose or cyclic dextrin, sodium, and proper hydration can be the difference between a great session and a wasted one. In short, if you train hard for more than an hour, start thinking of your intra-workout nutrition as part of the workout itself. Strategic hydration and stable energy levels don't just boost immediate performance, they also create the ideal hormonal and metabolic environment for that training to actually build muscle. This is where one of the most widespread myths in the fitness world shows up. The idea that you have exactly 30 minutes after training to drink a protein shake, or all your effort is lost, as if muscle were a sandcastle, and if you don't seal it fast enough, it collapses. But reality is very different, and much more interesting. After training, your body is in a very special state. Yes, there's fatigue. Yes, there's muscle damage. But there's also a window of opportunity where your body is more receptive to nutrients. The problem is that this window doesn't close in 30 minutes like you've been told. It lasts for several hours, and what matters most isn't speed, but the quality of what you eat and how it fits into your overall daily diet. Now, there's an important nuance. If you train fasted, something many people do for convenience or strategy, then yes, it makes sense to consume protein quickly after exercise. You're coming off several hours without caloric intake, and you need to break that catabolic state with a fast-absorbing source of amino acids, like whey protein. But if you already had a proper meal before training, that famous urgent shake isn't as necessary as it's often made out to be. Another big concern after training is cortisol. Many people think it has to be shut down as quickly as possible, that it's muscle's #1 enemy. But cortisol is a crucial hormone. It's part of the adaptation process. It rises due to the stress of training, yes, but it also helps mobilize fat as an energy source and regulate inflammation. You don't need to eliminate it. You need to manage it. And that's done with a good meal, not processed sugar or miracle supplements. Post-workout glycogen is another common topic, and yes, replenishing it matters. But if you've already consumed carbohydrates before or during training, the level of depletion will be much lower. The key, once again, is dietary consistency. Eating well throughout the day is what ensures proper recovery, not a magical 5-minute shake. So, what should you eat after training? The answer is simple: a complete meal with high-quality carbohydrates, high biological value protein, and a moderate portion of healthy fats. White rice with lean meat, vegetables, and a bit of avocado or olive oil is a classic and effective example. This kind of meal doesn't just refuel your muscles, it also helps stabilize hormone levels, reduces inflammation, and kickstarts the recovery process. Most importantly, don't panic. This isn't about eating with a stopwatch in your hand. It's about eating well, with strategy, within a structured diet that supports your training over time. Muscle isn't built in a single meal, but it can definitely stall because of a poor nutrition routine. So take a breath, hydrate, and treat your next meal like an investment. Because what you do after training is what determines how much of that workout turns into real progress. Now that you understand the why behind each meal in your training, it's time to give you what I promised. A simple, clear, no-nonsense formula you can start using tomorrow. Before training, make sure you eat between 1.5 to 3 hours beforehand. Your plate should be built around complex carbohydrates, a lean protein source, and a small amount of healthy fat. If you're short on time, go for a liquid option with oats, protein, and a fast-absorbing fat source like coconut oil. The goal is to arrive at the gym energized, but without digestive heaviness. During training, if your session goes beyond 60 minutes, start thinking like an athlete. Hydrate with a drink that combines water, sodium, and carbohydrates. Roughly 30 to 60 grams of carbohydrates per hour, along with 500 to 1,000 milligrams of sodium per liter of water, and at least 150 to 200 milliliters every 15 to 20 minutes. This keeps your energy, focus, and performance at their peak. After training, if you ate well before or during the workout, there's no need to sprint for a shake. But you do need a complete meal within the next 2 hours. Fast digesting carbohydrates, quality protein, and some healthy fat. Think rice, lean meat, vegetables, and a tablespoon of olive oil. Simple, balanced, and effective. That's the structure. A before that fuels you, a during that sustains you, and an after that helps you recover. Nail this formula, and your training stops being just effort and starts turning into real progress. Building muscle isn't just about how much you lift. It's about how well you understand what you're doing. And understanding your nutrition gives you an edge most people completely overlook. Training without a nutrition strategy is like building a house without a foundation. Sooner or later, it collapses. Your performance, your growth, and your recovery depend on what you eat before, during, and after training. This isn't about perfection. It's about awareness. And now you have the formula. The difference is whether you apply it or ignore it. And if you want to go even deeper and understand how many professional bodybuilders achieve seemingly impossible physiques, in my next video, I'll explain how often steroids are actually used, how they're used, and the real consequences no one wants to show. Trust me, there are truths you need to hear before making any decision. Click, and I'll see you there.